Nice to meet you.
You too.
Let me ask you a question. When you were growing up, did your parents get you nice things?
A couple times, yeah.
Good, good. Because when I was young, my parents used to get me the greatest gifts. In fact, I kept them with me all of these years, and I brought them with me today to show you. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Have it right here in this little bag. As you can see, my parents bought me a miniature globe. I know it doesn't look like much, but at the time, it meant the world to me. Later on, my parents promised me the sun and the moon. That's right, and they gave them to me. I have them here in my pocket, the sun and the moon. In fact, not these pockets. I keep them in the pocket that I had when I was just a child. Inside this pocket, I have 2 coins. One is a copper coin with the image of the sun on it. I like to think of that as the coppery sun. The other is a silver coin with the image of a moon on it. I like to think of that as the silvery moon. Can you check that one out for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And can you check that one out for me? Thank you. So we have the silvery moon and the coppery sun. Now we know that the sun and the moon are never out at the same time. The sun is out during the day, while the moon is out at night. And when dawn comes, the sun replaces the moon, and at night the moon replaces the sun. You see, they switch places. They're never out at the same time. But occasionally a situation will arise where you can find them in perfect alignment. And that happens during a lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth gets right between the sun and the moon. And as the moon moves into the shadow of the Earth, it starts to fade from our view until we can no longer see it. In ancient times, they didn't understand what a lunar eclipse was. They thought that the moon was just gone. But of course, after a short period of time, the moon would always come back as soon as it moved out of the shadow of the Earth. Now, the sun and the moon could never get too close because if that happens, the gravitational force would create a black hole in space, and that could have devastating consequences for the entire universe. But the good news is that you can save 15% on your car insurance.
Sounds good to me.
Just kidding. The good news is that I can demonstrate this because I just so happen to have a hole in my pocket. It's a black hole, it's invisible, and I can demonstrate using the hole, the pocket, and the sun, which I'll place right inside. And with just a little push, the sun penetrates the fabric of time and space, flying right through the pocket to the table below. I know what you're thinking, Ted. You're thinking, boy, that was amazing. I wish he would do it again.
Exactly.
And who am I to spoil your dreams? So please, take the pocket, check it out for me. Take the sun, place it inside. Fantastic. And with just a little push, the sun penetrates right through. Now, even though the sun and the moon can never get too close, there are times when we might see them together, maybe early in the morning or perhaps late in the evening. But generally, the moon is out at night, and when dawn comes, it starts to fade away, only to be replaced by the shiny sun, followed that evening, as always, by the moon. And to find them, you just need to look up in the sky. Once, though, I couldn't find my own sun and moon. I looked all over, but they were just gone. But then I remembered that the moon always revolves around the Earth. So I checked. Sure enough, there it was. As for the sun, sometimes you need not look any further than your own favorite hand's pocket. And that is the sun, the Earth, and the moon. And I want to thank you for
Very
watching.
nice.